Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss about the theory of neural network in deep learning. For the code part, we will make another video. So starting with this. So in machine learning or artificial intelligence, what we are trying to do, we are trying to provide human-like capability of thinking to a machine so that it could predict and implement things on its own. That's what we are trying to do. So neural networks are inspired from the neuron of the brain. So if we will if we will see that how this neuron work in human brain, we can easily find out how the neural networks work in machine learning or deep learning. So neuron in the brain looks like this, which has dendrite, cell body, axon terminals. Dendrites in the biological neuron resemble to the input structure of the neural network. This dendrites resemble to the input structure of the neural network, and axon terminals resemble to the output structure of the neural network. In between input and output layer, there exists a hidden layer which is useful for extracting the relevant information from the input. In the structure of artificial neural network, we can see this purple layer as input layer, and this layer in between the output layer is hidden layer. So artificial neural network is a model in deep learning that is capable of extracting some useful information from raw data which is fed to the input layer, and it does so with the help of its layered structure that when implemented gives the output which is able to find hidden patterns, speech recognition, anomaly detection, and more. So this is the structure, and we will talk about these interconnections. What are these? These are known as weights and biases, and what are their features? We are going to discussing about perceptron. So perceptron is a network when there are only input and output layer are present, so there is nothing sort of a hidden layer which can retrieve any valuable information. So hidden layer that are responsible for extraction of information are not present in the perceptron. But so why do we use it? So it can be helpful in finding a decision, in making a decision to whether we have to pass this information which we have through the input or not, because not every information is valid or valuable to us for our model. So we are using an activation function that decides which information to pass on further and which information doesn't get to the output, which means if the activation function has a threshold value, let us suppose the threshold value is 5. Okay, let us suppose the threshold value is 5. Now if the value of hidden layer is greater than 5, then what will happen? Then this information is valuable to us, and this valid information will be move on further. And if it is less than 5, then this information will not be passed on to the output. This threshold value can be any number, but we have to decide this threshold value. Known about the structure of or the architecture of neural network, we are moving towards the training of neural network. The training of neural network, I told you in the structure that those interconnection were weights and biases. So what are these weight and biases? The most important part of the neural network is its training part. In neural network, neurons could be said as a building block. These neurons are connected with each hidden layer, which means each layer has its own neuron. Mathematically, a neuron in a neural network is a sum of the product of input and weights. This is sum of the product of input and weights. You can see this. This is sum of product of input and weights plus bias. Weights define the value of input. That means if a value of input is higher, we can assume that that input variable has a lot of information which can be helpful to our model. So here we can see every input layer is connected with every hidden layer. This hidden layer, see this is weight 1, weight 2, weight 3, weight 4. Now, bias is a constant value that is added to the network that ensures our activation function works fine when even if we have a null input. See, if we don't have an input here with weights associated with it, let us assume that weights are 0, all the weights are 0, then this whole value, this hidden layer will collapse as it will have no value. So bias is a constant value that is added. As I told you that weights holds valuable information with it. So when we make any changes to our weights and biases of the neural network, these changes are capable of manipulating our prediction or accuracy. So in order to achieve high accuracy, we have two phases. First is feed forwarding. Feed forwarding is nothing but a when we are only predicting the result on the existing weights and biases, and back propagation. Back propagation, we are computing loss function. We will discuss it what is a loss function, but what we are trying to do in a nutshell, we are updating our weights and biases to make our model more accurate or more predictive. Now in the next slide, feed forward architecture is the same as we have discussed above. Like we have discussed the architecture of neural network. So to know that we actually need to update our weights and biases or not, we have to calculate the loss function. That is nothing but the sum of the square of difference between the actual output and the predicted output. Therefore, if the accuracy seems to be lower than expected, our model should backpropagate and update itself. So for the loss function, this is, don't read it, guys. Go to our website and this neural network block. Here it is. Here is the loss function. This one. This the sum of the square of the difference between the actual output and predicted output. Therefore, once we have found the loss function, we have to reduce the error. Now in order to reduce the error, we have another algorithm called as gradient descent. Do visit our blog of gradient descent. We have done the mathematics behind it. So you can visit our website aipoint.tech, and you can visit the gradient descent blog. So thank you guys for watching the video, and do subscribe the channel and do visit our website aipoint.tech to more blogs or the latest news on AI and ML. So thank you guys.